Matti, what in the name of God is this abomination? Hello, everyone.
Well, this abomination is my first touch to the genre of point-and-click adventures.
Your first what? Come again?
First touch to the genre.
Touch! That's the word you chose to say at that point. Touch. Did you touch this game in inappropriate places? Do you have to show a doll to the game? Where did the bad man touch you, game? This is a terrible joke and not a good way to start this. But I am in an awful mood.
Because you have lesser tolerance towards technical difficulties.
No, it's because all the technical difficulties that we have faced over the last few weeks have been compounded onto one another to the point that I am simply intolerant. I have developed an intolerance, like a lactose intolerance, towards your bullpucky, my good man. Because it's always you. So I am in a bit of a bad mood already. And from the looks of it, this will not be fun in the traditional sense already. Because what are we playing? Or rather, what are we commentating about tonight?
Well, this game is called Stupid Invaders. It's, as I mentioned, point-and-click adventure from the year 2000. And it's based on this animated series named Space Goofs. Are you familiar with it?
No, not at all, but I might be familiar with the other show that this is tangentially related to.
Yeah, this is from the creator of Oggy and the Cockroaches. I saw it like few episodes when I was the Oggy and the Cockroaches at the early, before going to school. It showed on the early mornings, and I mean, it's one of those hey, Ren and Stimpy is popular with its vulgar humor, let's try the same.
It's not even that, honestly. It's more of a misguided interpretation of the Tom and Jerry formula, in which the bullies are the good guys and they get away with all the awful things they do. Which doesn't really work in this sort of comedic setting. So for those who don't remember, Oggy and the Cockroaches was about this cat named Oggy, whose life is a living hell because of a few terrible, annoying, awful bugs, cockroaches, the titular ones that is, that live in his house, steal his food, and generally cause mayhem, and they get away with it. They are the initiators of the conflict 90% of the time, and most of the time they don't really get punished for it, which, for a cartoon of this ilk, it really misses the mark spectacularly. It's also not very funny, on top of that, and because of that, and the style is, well, if this game that we are about to play has anything in common aesthetically with Oggy and the Cockroaches, then I guess you will see for yourself.
Yeah, to be noted, I checked few episodes of Space Goofs just to check what it was before this game, and it's
bad.
The game is more how we say, adult in its humor compared to the show.
Uh-huh. So, was the game made after the show? Vice versa? Yeah. Or is it like Blazing Dragons, in which they were made at the same time?
No, it was made after the first season of the show. Season 1 came in 1997, 1998, and this game was made in 2000, and then 5 years later after that they made a second season, which I haven't watched because it's not...
Because who cares? I suppose would be the correct answer. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is a French cartoon, right? Both Augie and this thing are French cartoons. My relationship with French animation has had its highs, lows, and the lowest, because the television output, most of the times, in my personal experience at least, I've seen something terrible. When I think of France and TV animation, the first show that comes to mind is Totally Spies. And the adaptation of an Italian comic titled Martin Mystère. Both are terrible. But on the other hand, I also think about the spectacular output of Wakfu and Dofus. And then, amidst all of that, amidst those very extreme examples, there is Augie and the Cockroaches. It is so perfectly below average in a very unimpressive way. And I expect that kind of experience from this video series that we are about to undergo, because much like our Skyrim series, due to a very complex set of circumstances, we're going to be forced to sit on our couches or chairs or whatever it is we sit on these days, react to pre-recorded footage. And on that note, I have no earthly idea what I am about to watch. I have not even seen the video as of yet. Matti knows because he played the game and he recorded the footage. I don't. So this is going to be an interesting experience for yours truly.
I had a bit of trouble recording the first part, so the footage is sampled from a couple of pieces, so there may be few inconsistencies in some places, but I have got some wandering, but most of the time it should be rather coherent.
You should have left the wandering, because it would give us the opportunity to wonder ourselves with topics of discussion.
Yeah, I have kept the wandering the future episodes.
Okay, well, I guess we'll see what we are about to see. That flawless segue, might I add. But before that, you have the box of the game, I understand.
Yes, and the instruction booklet as well.
Oh boy, that takes me back. How big is the box, by the way? Is it one of those unnecessarily huge boxes that don't really need to be that large?
Wait, I have a ruler here. It's well, these numbers are rather weak, but
this is great content for the internet, let me tell you all about it. Oh boy. Okay, we've got one man down.
So, 18 centimeters times about 23 centimeters.
Yes, it's that kind of box. I have a box like that for Escape from Monkey Island and Grim Fandango. Those kinds of unnecessarily large boxes for what they contain.
Yeah.
That really takes me back.
Yeah, but they needed to be different from those console games where real boxes are big and they have big experiences.
Real boxes need to occupy a lot of spaces that you are quickly running out of. You have better send me a scanned version of that, or better yet, photograph it. Please, send me a photograph of that.
Okay, first I noticed that in the front there's the Best PC Adventure Game at E3 by IGN.com.
Already that is a tainted recommendation. Anything with IGN name and stamp on it, ooh, that is a red flag, my friend.
5 goofy aliens, 1 earthbound tiny spaceship, and a whole heap of trouble. Guide Ethno and his alien pals spot gorgeous stereo and candy through hilarious scenarios and escape the clutches and scalpels of Dr. Sakarin and Bullock in this impressive, adult-oriented graphic adventure. You can save their alien butts! Spectacular animations! Cinematics offer an interactive animated cartoon experience. Immersive gameplay! More than 500 scenes within the 3D environments. Hilarious dialogues! Over 40 characters, each with their own personality and crazy comical voices. Emotive music! More than 200 different pieces of music. Comprises 4 CD-ROMs. Text and dialogues warning. Not for all ears. Just 2.
Words cannot properly convey what I'm feeling right about now. It sure sounds like a game that came out at the tail end of the 90s. Oh, the fact that I have never heard about a game like this before you mentioning it already has me worried. But anyway, I guess this is it for the preamble. All we have to do is jump right into this, prepare ourselves for this journey, which feels increasingly more like a Dante-esque descent into the Inferno.
Yeah, by the way, I'm also showing up pretty much all the deaths. Game over situations that can happen.
Oh, wait! This is one of those adventure games in which you can die?
Yeah, wasn't Sierra famous from those?
Sierra was famous, I'd say infamous, more likely. I thought we had purged the memory of old school Sierra games by the year 2000, but apparently we did not.
I haven't played any Sierra game.
Are the deaths actually permanent? As in, do you have to have saved the game prior to that? Or...
Yeah, you have to save constantly.
Oh my gosh, this is a Sierra game in spirit. Oh no! No!
Well, I guess it's not a video game if you don't have a fail state.
Okay, I guess that does it for the preamble, which went on far longer than I would have liked it. But I guess this was necessary to properly mentally prepare both of you and us as we venture forth. I'm going to hate this, aren't I?
Probably, yeah.
So, once again, this is me, Madhog Thy Master, and this guy over here is my pain in the neck, Matti, aka hedonistic actor, who really wanted to do this series.
The world has to know that this game exists.
Fair enough, honestly, fair enough. So, with that all said, welcome to the invasion. Ubisoft produced the game. That's our second red flag for tonight.
I like most of their catalog.
You are misguided. Look at that beautiful JPEG of a night sky. I was going to say stupid invaders, eh?
Yep. It's purposefully to be a parody of the name Space Invaders.
Oh, you don't say! I would have never guessed it. I'm assuming some silly music is playing right now. I cannot hear it.
It's actually somewhat dramatic. And when I was watching the show, I was surprised to hear that many of the music things are directly in this game.
Way to go, Candy.
Oh boy.
So what do we do now? Steal a bicycle?
Can you read the text?
Yes, it's a good thing you left the subtitles on.
It's not serious.
Right, so they crash land on Earth. They see a house which happens to be uninhabited.
Yep.
And now we cut to Mad Max.
No, it's just the desert.
Yes, I can see
Yes,
that.
really
Oh, Area 52. Get it? Because Area 51 would be the expected. Oh my god.
Bum bum bum. That's the kind of music that is currently playing. I remember pretty much all the music things in this game.
Oh, this is a terrible rendition of a classic Monty Python's gag, let me tell you. Who needs to hear the game soundtrack when we have the expert, the master of
Bum bum
a cappella over here?
bum bum bum. Dang, 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 dang.
Can you stop? I think I might have gotten the idea.
Yeah.
So, they say this was Area 52, but why did we cut into Discount Spectre meeting?
When small bills.
Oh my gosh, what is wrong with this? What is this character design?
He had. Yeah, it's kind of strange.
They also have on the livery.
And that professor indeed has a German accent.
I can see that because the subtitles left the implication of a German accent. Does this man have 6 fingers? I'm sorry? Is this an alien too?
What?
Please tell me it's an alien. That cannot be a human being.
It's you I cut now.
5 from.
Oh, no,
I
no.
am a professional.
Please don't look at me ever again. Please don't let me see his face. Don't.
Voiced by Billy West.
This character design. Oh, this character design. Oh, yes, this is definitely Yogi and the Cockroaches. I did not say this before, but I have forgotten how bad.
Yeah.
Why is
But
the Monty Python's foot your cursor? Why? Please tell me you're going to step on the bugs. Like that. Please.
Yeah, I'm just moving it at the.
I
just recorded some music for this.
This is some of the worst character design I've ever seen, okay? Oh my god!
But-
No! It's as if...
But amazingly, it looks better than in that cartoon.
It's as if somebody who has never drawn cartoons in their lives decided they wanted to make their own cartoon, and what came out of that idea was an abrasive parody of cartoon designs? And, these are just so unsettling, disquieting, unbelievably ugly, and not in a charming, amateurish way, in a purposeful, hateful, disgusting, I hate cartoons sort of way. This is the kind of energy that this sort of character design exudes. I hate cartoons, and now you're going to hate them too.
There must be some kind of foul.
I don't think I care about this game. I don't know if I am conveying the idea correctly.
We're all in grave danger.
But oh no, humans!
Why do you say that?
Okay, so this guy shows up, he knew where they were living, and he froze the others, and the only one who's not frozen... The aliens look more human than the humans, might I add.
Yeah, this basically has this kind of an ugly character design.
I mean...
I guess by purpose.
This is Augie and the Cockroaches all over again, except the bully is the antagonist, so at least they've gotten that part of the dynamic correct. But yes, this is the protagonist, huh? Look at him, scratching his non-existent crotch.
Yeah, not the whole game. It changes between the all 5 aliens.
Okay, do you ever have a session in which you have... Oh!
I'm showing the first game over situation.
Are you going to
If you
show
open the
me...
door.
Okay, are you going to show me all the hilarious deaths? If this were to be a proper Sierra game, and I will say everything and anything against Sierra games any time of the week, but something that they always did that tickled my fancy bone, my funny bone, I should say, is that they accompany every permanent death with a hilarious flavor text. I see this game doesn't even bother with that.
Yeah, it just trusted that the absurdity
This is the level. This is the level of the humor.
Yeah, there is a much of a
Soft something kiss. So, yes, this is what passes for adult humor back in the day. Juvenile humor. Nothing more adult than that.
Toilet humor is to comedy what jump scares are to horror.
Toilet humor can be done right, believe it or not. This is not one of those times, clearly. So, you do have an inventory, right?
Yes, I'm about to show it.
Do you ever have sessions in which you have to swap items with your fellow aliens and solve puzzles in a collaboratory fashion?
No, this is not that creative.
So you really thought the world needed to learn about this game?
I guess I was considering reviewing it, but if we go through this in this whole analyzing it throughout, then it's not that necessary anymore, I suppose.
Yes. Well, thanks for making me part of this experience, Matti. Truly, I feel blessed to have such friends. What is the deal with this puzzle? I know what he's trying to do, but it doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah, the first toilet paper was too weak, but now this gorgeous heavy-duty steel ass wipe was much stronger material.
I hope he dies. And in a video game specifically.
Yeah. So let me tell about our character here, Bud Buddyovich.
What's his... I'm sorry, can you repeat his name?
Bud Buddyovich.
Can you do the spelling of his first name?
B-U-D.
Oh, B-U-D. I thought you said butt. B-U-T-T. Which would have been on the nose even for this game.
Okay, let's first see how he talking with the Santa Claus who is stuck in the chimney.
Yes, that is totally Santa Claus. Is it really Santa Claus? Actually?
He said... Yeah, he said that he's Santa Claus.
I know he said it, but I don't trust it. Or him. Or they, I don't know. I'm not actually listening to the game audio, because it makes it easier for me to record commentary. So, I guess when I'm going to edit this whole thing together, it's going to be a new experience for me.
Yes.
I'm sure it's going to be even more abrasive than it already is, because even though I cannot hear the audio, I can hear the images even if they are silent. I know this kind of humor. I know this kind of animation and cartoon. I know this kind of game. I've seen it. I played it far too many times. I know what to expect. I know the bar is incredibly low. This is very much gross out humor of the worst
90s.
possible wine that was popular in the 90s, and it kept on existing in the 2000s, perhaps reaching a zenith in that decade.
From the
And-
decade that brought us Booger Man.
From the decade, the 2000s, that brought us the Nutsuck and Drone Together.
And ruining Christmas for everyone else.
And it's Slimeta Claus?
Yeah, because he used that toilet drain to drain the chimney. So it turned.
What kind?
So yeah, Santa's dead.
Cool. This is so edgy, you guys. Totally edgy humor. Totally
So what were you
aged,
about to ask?
aged like milk. I don't know what I was about to ask, because I saw Santa Claus turned into slime. So apparently that was the real Santa and we killed him and now there is a vampire.
It seems so.
So are we just going to shuffle our way into multiple scenes and scenarios very loosely connected with each other in a way that's not narratively or comedically coherent in any way whatsoever? Is this game just going to throw random pop cultural references at us and we're going to just see the edgier, mean-spirited version of a joke that has already been made 1.5 million times?
Well, not so much pop culture references, but it's certainly tasteless and not always plot relevant.
So, why did we poison the vampire?
So we could get the key that he was holding.
And it's melted.
Yeah.
Sure. By the way, great melting effect. You know, Reboot looks better than this, I must say. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I always thought that despite the ugly character design, the graphics have aged with relative dignity. At least.
The character design, I could almost enjoy the backgrounds, since they appear to be savvily pre-rendered. But the character design, it's just so unredeemably conspicuous. Which is a very diplomatic way of saying, I don't like it. It's bad, and you should feel bad. I don't remember Augie and the Cockroaches looking this bad.
Hmm.
Do you know the difference?
Is there ever a point in which the game opens up a little bit and we have a proper world to explore? Or is it just going to be a series of linear rooms?
Well, we are about to open soon, when we figure out how we stop him from dying. Or getting captured.
Do we want him to not die? I'm sorry, what exactly are the stakes here? What exactly is the personality of this protagonist other than ugly alien that's probably stupid? A stupid invader?
Well,
Do they have any other
I have-
personality trait other than being stupid invaders?
yeah, I have the instruction booklet here where all the characters are described.
If you have to use the game's manual to describe what the characters' personalities are like, then you have failed
Well,
as a storyteller.
Yeah, they will be expanded later, but yeah, this game does a rather poor job at establishing its characters. And
It does a great job in establishing all the little things I hate about it, though.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
but
Hello, Commissioner. No, wait, wrong game.
You must be calling for candy.
So, Bud Buddyovitz, a worm, a living wreck with the IQ of a quarter jellyfish's brain. Yep, that's Bud. He passes the time of day rotting in front of the TV like a couch potato that's way past its sell-by date. He thinks in slow motion, speaks in words of one syllable, and lives exclusively on a diet of junk food. But adapts pretty well to life on Earth, provided he doesn't miss out the any episodes of Inspector Smith at 7:30 p.m.
Inspector Smith.
Smith.
Ins-
SCHMIDT.
Inspector Smith.
Yeah, something like that.
Inspector Smith. Is that supposed to be a Doctor Who or a generic police drama parody?
I have no idea.
Right. Oh boy. Oh boy.
And
What
Then I
exactly are we trying to accomplish right about now? Because I don't see much in terms of a direction.
yeah, we're trying to free our fellow aliens from the ice cube. We are looking currently through all the rooms and correct any stuff that we can get our holds on.
As adventure games are wont to do.
Yeah.
This is a
You just-
surprisingly spacious garage, I must say.
Yeah.
All right. I found my magazine
You might wanna censor that.
Thanks, Matti. Thanks for warning me in advance. Now I cannot unsee
and
that.
if you watch clear in the wall, there was the
I-
Oggy cameo.
I've seen that raunchy poster as well. You know,
There's
what is up with the size of these rooms? This kitchen is immense. It is proportionally immense compared to the size of the kitchenware. Also, how big is this bug? Is he a small person? Is he a big person? Why is the fridge smaller than him?
yeah, but it's rather tall compared to the.
He
one
seemed
of the
small
taller
compared to
ones.
the human. What exactly is the size ratio of the aliens compared to human appliances? Why am I focusing on this so much? Because I'm already running out of things to talk about. I am very much in the process of becoming bored with this.
Well, I could tell you about the bounty hunter who is after us, Bolok. Bolok.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. What is... Actually, I might as well ask you, what is the setting of this game? Where are we in the world?
Somewhere in USA.
Okay.
Okay, here's the first location in our adventure, the house to rent. The extraterrestrials take refuge here while they're waiting for their flying saucer to be fixed. Indoors, it's rather on the snug side. Candice work wonders with the decor. Thanks to him, the house has been turned into a really cozy little nest. The rug in the toilet,
Define cozy.
the rug in the toilet, the pretty curtains on the staircase, the wallpaper in his room. Candice touch everywhere you look.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I was about to ask, where does the smoke come from? Is it just there? But no, apparently they have a stove in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, look, it's a funny portrait of Elvis. That sure is funny.
According to Madhog, they are in the suburbs of a town that no one's ever heard of.
Cool. My favorite suburbs. I don't know why, but I'm getting Phantasmagoria flashbacks from this particular furniture arrangement. I don't know why. This is very different from Phantasmagoria stylistically,
And
but mostly
so
because I'm dreading the potential waste of my life dealing with this. So that's what it has in common with Phantasmagoria.
And what even more insulting, this particular room has no point in this game. It doesn't have any It doesn't have any relevant items that could help in any puzzle.
Clearly, they wanted you to look at these funny books names. That was worth constructing an entire 3D room in this 3D game. That was definitely worth the effort. It is so nice to behold. Look at that beautiful Comic Sans font.
Yeah, I guess at that point I was trying to read the text on those books and got stuck in that.
American Macho, the rules of malaxation. I don't know what that was. I guess I will look at it once I edit it. I'm sure it's hilarious like the rest of this game so far.
Okay. So...
Is this a legitimately bad game, Matti? Are the puzzles in any way clever or compelling, at the very least?
I guess, I'm not sure about that. I mean, it's not that well designed. Sometimes they are rather easy, and sometimes they are with the surprise deaths that can happen at any point.
Oh, you mean like now?
That actually didn't lead to death.
Why do you have a bear with a hammer in your closet?
I don't know. That's one of these game's random running jokes.
Okay, so non sequitur gags. Those are tricky to pull off. Usually, in any context, even the wackiest and zaniest of cartoons, there are setups and payoffs for gags and jokes. And a random bear living in a closet with a hammer.
I love playing with my organ.
Usually would be funny. It wasn't really funny here. And it's not even because, as you said, it is random. It's because I believe the timing is off in most of these gags. Ever slightly so off. And it's probably because of the limitations of the budget and the technology at hand. It's very hard to pull off slapstick competently in 3D if the 3D is sloppy.
Yeah, and I guess the missing sound also kind of affects to the...
I doubt I would have laughed at this either way.
Yeah. So let me tell you about the bounty hunter, Bollock. Bollock likes to be called the professional. He's a dangerous bounty hunter who's nevertheless a stickler for principles.
Wait, hold on. Why are we hearing about this? He's dead. Who cares?
Are you sure?
I mean, unless there is something really funny about this description.
He never lets slip a contract and only has 2 words on his lips. My dog. In this character, we can observe certain not insignificant distinguishing features. He loads kids, loves monkeys.
The distinguished feature, you say? Let me scratch my chin. What is this Invaders Zim ripoff? This is just Invaders Zim, but bad, isn't it? Before
loads
even
kids-
Invader Zim, it was Invader Zim is from 2001, so this preceded it, I suppose.
He loads kids, loves monkeys, and was found in a trash can when he was 12 years old. And that was all of it.
Yes, but is he coming back?
Yes, he's coming back.
I thought he was dead. Didn't he just melt?
No, that was Santa Claus. And the melting was not some random zombie. If you did see it, he got stuck in a mousetrap.
Oh.
That-
I'm sorry, I must have went cross-eyed during that scene. Actually, I think I am cross-eyed as we speak. I need to see a doctor. I'm looking at this character design for far too long.
This is exactly what I need.
Actually, who made the game again?
Oh, do you want the specific names or just the company name?
Just the studio who developed. What is that supposed to be?
That's sometimes these are in human disguises, and that is one human disguise used by one of the aliens, Candy, who's the green one.
I sure love those very lazy drawings of a character model with a blank background.
Yeah. Candy's deal is that he often in the series disguised as a woman, and I guess he kind of got into it sort of because he wants to do once they return home, he wants to do a sex change operation.
Let me guess, it is a long-winding series of very awful transphobic jokes with this one character.
Actually, I'm not. It's a gray area. I'm not
It's
100% sure what.
I don't trust a show or indeed a game with this juvenile sense of humor
Never know. This might
to
come in
handle anything even remotely deserving of tact.
I mean, I guess they kind of sometimes made fun of his femininity or something. But
Oh boy. It is a game from 2000, and the show is from 97, I believe, as you said.
yeah.
I sure like all this wandering around aimlessly. This...
we're about to-
Did they... Okay, this room reminds me a bit of the Mystery Vortex from
See,
Sam & Max.
he's alive.
I mean, if you can even call that being alive. Jeez. Oh, look, it's the bear again in another closet. That's hilarious. So funny, you guys. And I sure love the delayed reaction, waiting for him to hit the hammer. That totally worked. Comedically, the timing was mwah, the chef's kiss. So funny, you guys. So funny. You can hear the sound of my soul dying. This is everything I hate about bad comedy condensed into one game.
Yeah.
Finds
So
out
let me
who's
tell you
having
about.
without my
Yes, the studio who developed this.
Yeah, it called Xilam is the name of the studio. This is their
This seems
only
like the perfect time to be watching television.
this is the only time their only completed video game. They've mostly focused on making animated shows and movies and stuff.
Okay, so to be clear, the same studio who produced the cartoons also produced the video game.
developed it, yes.
Developed the video game. So they... Okay, that's actually a rare combination. A studio that makes both games and animations. The only other comparison that comes to mind would be Ankama Studios, which are responsible for the Dofus and Wakfu MMORPGs, as well as the animations made to promote them. And, you know, comparing this studio with Ankama, putting them in the same breath, is extremely insulting. I hate it. It's an insult to me specifically. Because Ankama Studios' material is actually really good, and this is not.
Yeah.
Oh boy, the French.
Yeah, this is their only video game output. They were trying to
Oh,
make
you don't say! Why am I not surprised?
They were trying to make another video game. It was called Kana the Prophecy or something, but they decided to instead put all the cutscenes into one movie and publish it as a CGI movie.
Oh no. Their
And I saw
traditional
that
animation is barely passable. They want to skip to CGI.
And I saw that thing in particular because it showed that the Bollock came out of the mousetrap, and despite he going straight to the room, there was no way he could have gone into that closet without Bud noticing him.
Also, where is the hammer bear when you need him? What?
Yeah.
Is he only there to hit me in the head? Or you, I suppose? Oh boy. The bear is not funny. And I can already tell it's going to be a recurring gag throughout this entire game. Because of course it is. You know, when shows such as Phineas and Ferb or Milo Murphy's Law have non sequitur gags, the funny thing about those is that they are aware of their non sequitur nature and become a commentary about the tropes of TV writing. And it works in that way. Also, the timing is much better when a thing like this, yes, I'm going to call it a thing, I'm not even going to dignify it as a proper art form. When a thing like this does the random non sequitur running gag,
Hello, Mrs. Stark. Our roof is
let's just say it's misguided.
Your roof. You
At least it's not toilet humor, I suppose. Oh boy, I sure like this big design. When the beak is a long nose and the mouth is not combined with the beak. I don't like this design, in fact, that's the sarcasm. Okay? Wait, is it just me, or did it look like the bird had two heads for a split second?
Yeah, there was some graphical bug in there.
Oh, goody. But look at this, seriously! Look at this design! The beak is the nose! And not the mouth!
Yeah, I should also note that during these cutscenes, the game crashed constantly. During this playthrough, I guess like 11 times in total.
Wait, are we ripping off Grim Fandango, by the way? Are we ripping off anything? I'm just going to assume that we are.
About what?
I don't know, I'm recalling a puzzle at the beginning of Grim Fandango that it involved birds, or a bird's nest.
Yeah, we're dealing this bird in a different way.
Okay, so you have a carnivore plant with a unhinged jaw from the looks of it.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll buy that. Wacky shenanigans, aliens. We have random things because, woohoo, aliens, and we're stupid aliens. Isn't that funny? You have to earn your zany comedy. You can't just throw things at the wall and expect the audience to buy into it.
Ooh!
Well, that's going to leave a mark. Let me guess, eat at Joe's. Ah, that's a missed opportunity. I thought the fireworks were going to explode and the writing "Eat at Joe's" was going to appear. That would have been a cute reference.
What is it a reference to?
Classic Looney Tunes cartoons.
Okay. So, I guess you're interested to know that
Interested is a strong word.
Animation Studio Xylam's latest effort from 2019 is their first R-rated movie, I Lost My Body, which I've heard is a rather good one.
Oh, they are responsible for that. Honestly, I've not seen it. What else have they made in the course of the years?
Hold on, let me check.
We might as well cover that at some point. I noticed the dead body on the roof, by the way.
Yeah, it was just randomly there.
Sure, that's funny. A random dead body. No context for it.
Yeah. Their animated series both Space Goose and Oggy and the Cockroaches were purchased from Gaumont, along with Dragonfly, Sky Dancers, and the Matches and whatever those are.
Ah, so they did not even make those shows, they just own them.
Original cartoons include Cartoons, Prince of the Street, Shuriken School, Rin Tin Dump, A Kind of Magic, Rahan, Mr. Baby, Jig and Sarko, The Daltons, Floobaloo Where Are You, Hubert and Takako, What's the Big Idea, Rolly with the Wrongs, Paprika, not that Paprika, Coach Me If You Can.
I'm sure, yeah, Paprika by Satoshi Kon was made by the Oggy and the Cockroaches owners. Sure, that makes sense.
Coach Me If You Can, Mocha's Fabulous Adventures, Oggy Oggy, Lucy Lost, Lupin's Tales, Oggy and the Cockroaches, Next Gen, Trico, Gemma and the Defenders. And in the collaboration with Tooncan, The New Adventures of Lucky Luke, Rats, and Tupu, in collaboration with Cross River Productions, Boone and Pimento. I haven't heard any of these shows.
Yes, I've actually seen the New Adventures of Lucky Luke cartoon, as well as the Dalton spin-off. They were not good.
Okay, yeah.
They were not good. Not especially.
In collaboration with DreamWorks Animation, Mr. Magoo from 2019.
No. No, thank you.
In collaboration with Disney Animation Television Studios, Chip and Dale Park Life coming this year.
What? Excuse you? There is a new Chip and Dale cartoon, and it's not Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers?
Yeah, the characters will have an animated series, Chip and Dale Park Life, that will be released on Disney Plus on July 23rd, 2021, which will be co-produced with the Walt Disney Company France and Xylan Animation. Unlike other iterations of the characters, the series will be non-verbal, similarly to other shows produced by Xylan.
Okay, I am dreading that, but I'm also sort of hopeful because, well, it's a Disney property, they cannot afford to mess with it.
Yeah, some of the makers of this game have been part of animated series Minuscule, which is a series about bugs, and it's similar to the silent one. And I thought
Okay.
it was rather funny.
Okay, one element that I absolutely dislike about this puzzle, involving getting rid of the closet with the monkey man inside of it, is that the only way for you, the player, to find out that this guy was hiding in the closet was to die.
Yeah.
Because
That's,
there was no other indication that he was hiding in the closet. You didn't know that unless you fumble upon it and you die. And if you've not saved before that, then you're screwed. This is one of the many design choices that I despise about certain adventure games.
Yeah.
The death, if allowed, if a game such as this allows for death as punishment for your mistakes, then it has to be fair. But again, the only way for you to find out about what needs to be done is to die. Which means that the death is unfair.
Yeah.
Which means that this is bad game design.
Yeah, this is full of that.
This is bad game design. This has all the hallmarks of a bad adventure game from the design ground up. The puzzles so far have been relatively sensible and easy. If you ever have watched cartoons, you might intuit what can be done and with what item. But as soon as the peril of death is introduced and that bollocks happen,
Hey guys, don't move.
then you know you're in for a bad time.
Right away.
Yeah. Also, Xilem also has made some movies. Purchased from Gaumont, Dragonflies, The Legend Begins.
The
and
Legend.
Yeah, Legend. And the originals are Kaena the Prophecy, Shuriken School, The Ninja Secret, Go West, A Lucky Luke Adventure, Oggy and the Cockroaches, the movie, and the before mentioned I Lost My Body.
Yes.
And that is all their catalog.
So, there was a Hoagie and the Cockroaches feature film
Yeah, from 2013.
from 2013.
Yeah.
Allow me to smack my lips in snark.
Yeah. He was just operating a fart machine.
Right, so this company purchased Augie and the Cockroaches and Stupid Invaders from another studio, if I'm understanding this correctly.
Yeah.
And then they proceeded to make a film out of this property, Augie and the Cockroaches,
Yeah.
after they purchased it. The same
Yes.
with the Stupid Invaders, they decided to make a game based on this IP that they did not originally make, but purchased. Which explains why the humor, as you pointed out, is a bit more edgy and quote-unquote adult in this game, and does not reflect, thusly, the original energy of the show.
Go, bud. For once you put that insignificant, dried up raisin of a brain to good use.
Well, I'd say
Did someone say raisin?
it does have the energy, but they had just put the vulgarity levels to
When I
higher.
say energy, I meant specifically the humor.
Yeah, well, many of the people who work on the show were also working on
Okay.
this as the
13-volume dissertation on human beings and their behavior that I spent years writing. It's very important and essential.
Okay, so what are these ugly, rejected Dr. Seuss monsters going to do now?
they're trying to leave the Earth now that they've fixed their spaceship.
What is this sequence?
And he's going into his secret laboratory, where he goes to gets his encyclopedia on the human species,
Of course,
which is his life work.
Of course, his throne is the toilet. Because why wouldn't it be
So let me
the toilet?
tell you about our next player character, Ethno Polino. Ethno's the undisputed leader of the band. Whenever there's a problem, he's there with the solution. He's as phlegmatic as a Swiss banker, analyzing every situation in his cool and collected manner. And Ethno's got one big plan. Whatever the cost, he wants to finish writing his encyclopedia on human beings, whom he secretly admires. On moonless nights, you see, he too would like to have a few tufts of hair on his itsy bits. The truth is, Ethno hasn't got a clue. He's uptight and completely lacking in self-confidence, but that's his unmentionable little secret.
It sounds like a very generic placeholder for a point-and-click adventure protagonist.
Voiced by Maurice LaMarche.
Oh. I expect the voice acting to be at least decent.
Yeah, it's going to be decent, yeah.
So, when you say voiced by Maurice LaMarche, do you mean Maurice LaMarche doing his brain impression, which is his Orson Welles impression, or some other kind of voice?
He sounds something like this. It's a kind of a scientist voice or something.
I guess I'll hear it later on. Are there other notably voice actors in this
Yes,
game?
I mentioned before the bounty hunter is voiced by Billy West.
Yes.
And
Very interesting.
then there's...
I'm not even going to acknowledge that random guy on a toilet in space. Carry on.
Yeah, there's the Bud was voiced by Jeff Bennett. And there's... And he also voices the two-headed guy Stereo. And Candy is voiced by Charlie Adler and...
Oh, Charlie Adler! It is I, Mr. Bighead, also known as the Red Guy from Cow and Chicken. Woo! I love Charlie Adler.
Yeah.
This game will find a way to ruin him for me.
Yeah, and then there's the gorgeous, the blue one is voiced by Danny Mann.
He is the man, Danny Mann.
And apparently there's also Rob Paulsen in this game, but...
of course there's Rob Paulsen, he's in everything!
Yeah, but it didn't
I
mention
mean,
what...
do you have Maurice LaMarche in this game and not have Rob Paulsen? What kind of insanity is that?
Yeah,
Pinky and the Brain must be together forever!
Yeah, though it doesn't mention what roles he plays.
I'm pretty sure I will instantly recognize Rob Paulsen when I hear him, because he's very recognizable.
Yeah. It doesn't mention who voices the professor who you saw in the beginning, but based on the voice, I guessed it to be LaMarche. That's my guess.
If it's anything... Okay, you know what? I have a suspicion. If it sounds anything like Dr. Scratch and Sniff, then it's 100% Rob Paulsen.
Okay.
Right.
It's kind of a more nasally, but yeah.
Good morning, my electric computer friend. I need to get into the safe to get something very important.
Hello, Ethno. How are you, my dear friend? Were you able to get the phone number of the famous Maurice for me, like I asked?
Who in Zebra's name is Maurice?
Maurice?
So, what exactly are we accomplishing here? Maurice? The famous Maurice? Maurice? Is this a meta joke? Are we doing a meta joke right now? Right here?
I have no idea. You're going to see it.
Yes, we've gotten Maurice LaMarche, the famous Maurice LaMarche, to voice this character.
The encyclopedia is behind a safe, but we need to talk to this computer to open it. This is this game's only conversation-based puzzle.
Uh-huh. I don't dislike conversation-based puzzles. At least they are much more straightforward than just pick one item and try to use it with another item up until it works. Which is how one usually brute forces their way into these games.
And I can uncreate you. So open the safe and shut up.
I knew it. You want to leave me behind like an old toaster. Well, you're not going anywhere. You're going
This
to
is
stay
the
right
only
here
conversation,
to the bitter end.
to more accurate, this is the only conversation that has a possible failure state, which I'm about to show you here.
Oops.
Yeah!
And everyone in a 5 miles radius died. This is one of the Maniac Mansion endings. Right, so what are we trying to accomplish here at this moment?
Yeah, we are trying to get the... Before they leave the Earth, he wants to get his encyclopedia on human species.
Let me guess, he's the one responsible for writing the Encyclopedia Dramatica. He has the face. He's got the face of somebody who would write several entries on the Encyclopedia Dramatica.
Yeah.
Do you even know what that is?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Oh, so you know why this is funny. It's a funny joke. I make funny jokes, okay? I'm funny, damn you! Say I'm
This
funny!
is the thing that they use in the series to disguise themselves as humans.
Okay, well, that was clearly his Republican disguise. But
Before the puzzle requires it, you can just change into random things with this. But when eventually, when it's needed, then you change
Slim
into something
Predator,
else.
Monochrome Snail.
And then one more.
Does he ever change into Bill Clinton? Cool. They could have come up with funnier disguises, but they
Yeah.
didn't.
Okay, now we properly do the conversation puzzle.
My electric computer friend.
Cool
I need to get into the
beans.
safe to get something very important.
I like his sassy pose when he speaks.
Were you able to get the phone number of the famous Maurice for me, like I asked?
It's Ethno and the Brain. Yes, Ethno and the Brain. One is an idiot.
Maurice?
The other is two.
Boy, would I give to see the famous
Lovely day for a game of cricket, isn't it?
Don't avoid the issue, my friend. I know that you didn't come here to talk about cricket.
They're alien invaders.
Okay.
They want to leave the
I'm not here
Earth.
to talk about cricket.
They're
I'm
ethno.
here to collect my dissertation
They're
papers.
Ethno and the Brain, 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 brain.
Ready. How nice of you to come and get me for the big trip.
Before each night is done,
There's a slight logistical
their plan will be unfurled by the dawning of the sun.
5 seats and there are 5 of us.
They will have left the Earth.
Oh, I'm terribly
Oh
sorry,
gosh,
but there isn't
it's
enough room.
Ethno and the Brain.
You lied to me.
Yes, Ethno and the Brain.
I'm with you.
Their Twilight campaign is easy to... is easy to, what was it again? Their Twilight campaign is easy to explain.
We would never leave without you.
To prove their alien worth,
Seats on the ship.
they're going to ditch the Earth.
Tell me that I'm
They're
coming.
Ethno.
There isn't any
They're Ethno and the Brain, 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 brain. Da-da-da-da-na.
But of course
Murph!
there is. There's plenty of space for you if I load your memory onto a disk.
That wasted a couple of minutes. Yay!
But my memory represents the equivalent of 140 million disks. And according to my calculations,
The
ship's
computer
strong.
wants to get with them, but
Room for my Polish and 3
it's,
The computer wants to leave this this disgusting planet too, huh?
Okay, it's true
Yeah, he's
there's no
eventually
rules,
going to say it.
but
Kind of
here's
like
what
that,
I'm going to do.
actually.
I'm going to make 2 trips, drop the others off, and then I'll come back for you.
Right, so
My dear friend, I don't need to tell you that this planet is a dangerous
planet is a dangerous
Well,
place, and pollution, holes in the ozone, people honking when they're stuck. I'm glad I finished reading the sentence after I read people honking. Otherwise, this could have been taken out of context.
Okay, so now we can use that to get the property Skype as the famous Maurice, whoever that is.
Maurice LaMarche, clearly.
I'm not sure. Well, this was originally French, so I'm not sure if they made a voice actor specific gags.
Oh, look, a scrotum. That's hilarious.
And
I
that's
think
the Maurice.
I think I will have to censor the scrotum. Thanks, game.
Maurice, is that you? Unbelievable. I had given up all
So,
hope of meeting
why
you.
is he
It's me,
a
the
giant
Maurice.
mouse?
I need to get something very important.
I have no idea. Sometimes I feel that there's lots of inside jokes in this.
Just love it if you
Oh, inside jokes. My favorite kind of jokes.
Oh yeah. Well,
Oh, here's a
the story
poor
of the
joke.
dentist who invites a monkey to his wedding. So the monkey goes up to the mother-in-law and says, "Is that you? Or am I looking at myself beating bananas with my butt in the rearview mirror?"
Yes, your orders are my commands.
What's the joke in that?
I have no idea. In space, no one can hear your stupid jokes.
That's true. that is true. That is true. I cannot dispute that statement. Oh no. Oh no. So, his encyclopedia really is a container for his penis enlarger, which he doesn't
Yeah.
have.
Maybe it's kind of an where I'm trying to think what the word is. Attracts, and it can go. You can extract it when needed. Some dinosaurs have had that kind of.
I am going to ask you to stop this line of thought immediately. Cease and desist. I will contact my lawyer, which will contact your lawyer. And now there is this guy again. He just won't quit. And he's looking at us. Oh.
Yeah, this game is rather inconsistent on what actually kills people in this.
Oh, this doesn't sound good. Well, this doesn't look good. Because it's stupid Invaders, the game. That's why it doesn't look good. Okay. Oh, well, that was a short game. Goodbye.
So, did we find our little dissertation? It's not gonna take up a lot of room, is it?
This house
Da-da.
sure is exploding, I must say.
Da 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 da. It's a kind of.
Thanks. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that rendition.
Yeah, explosion!
Directed by Michel Bailly, the French cousin knockoff Michael Bay. Oh. Le Gasp. Oh, look at those Peter Chan clouds. Nice, they remind me of better games.
What clouds?
Oh, they remind me of the clouds designed by Peter Chan in classic LucasArts games.
Okay.
You know, better games.
Yeah.
Much better games. Cosmically greater games.
Spaceship is built with the newest, most efficient UFO technology on the market.
it's as if LucasArts is the sun, and this game is Pluto. Look at them falling. Oh, good. For a second I thought this game was about done. No, of course, there has to be more trouble. They cannot just leave when it's convenient to them. No, we have to pad out the length of this game some more, because people paid money for it. Clearly, that was a great decision to purchase this game.
And in this almost literal cliffhanger, we shall return next time.
Great! As you can see, as you can hear from the enthusiasm in my voice, I cannot wait to come back to Stupid Invaders from the creators, actually from the owners of the IP, the greatest IP ever, Ogie and the Cockroaches. The makers of Ogie and the Cockroaches movie, producers of The New Adventures of Lucky Luke, and the Dalton spin-off.
Here's another random piece of trivia. The opening song of Space Goofs is performed by Iggy Pop.
Excuse me, I think my brain just skipped a bit there. Did you just say that they had Iggy Pop? The Iggy Pop?
Yep.
Perform? Oh, this is just... What is it with French cartoons and famous music artists performing their opening songs? This is just like The Cure. This is just like The Cure with Dragon Hunters.
Yeah, apparently that song Monster Man is published as a single.
I have no words. Why? Why did they have these weird connections? Why The Cure sang the opening song for Dragon Hunters, one of the most forgettable cartoons I've ever heard about? And why did Iggy Pop sing the opening for a thing called Stupid Invaders? Did he really need the money?
Yeah, that is as random as in that, what was that game, Blue Dragon or something, where some 80s rock star is playing one of the boss teams.
I mean, it's about as random as The Cure and Dragon Hunters. We are up there. This is nonsense.
Let me check.
This game. It's been a roller coaster thus far. And by that I mean the flatline version of a roller coaster where nothing of note happens. You should design your roller coasters better in Roller Coaster Tycoon. Come on, gamers, get it together! Oh, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So, this game is... What can I say about this game? It sure is a game, I suppose. I suppose I can refer to it as a game in the very technical sense.
Yeah, there's still about 2.5 hours of material left of this game.
Oh, splendid. I cannot wait. Certainly, it cannot get any better than this.
Yeah.
Any better than this.
I guess the music is rather nice in this.
Again,
when you get to hear it.
Again, I will listen to this video properly when I edit all the pieces together. And then I will get back to you and tell you my impressions about the game's soundtrack.
I love playing with my organ.
Yeah, but yeah, it can kind of see all the problems this game generally has. It's not very well designed.
It's not well designed, it's not funny. Humor is subjective. But I've got to say, this game is not funny. This comedy is not funny. It seems akin to a product of its times in the worst and most on-the-nose way imaginable.
At age 11, I laugh at its demo, but since then my sense of humor has grown.
Yes, but you see, that's the issue with what passes for adult humor in cartoons, even to this day. Because this juvenile, mean-spirited, edgy for the sake of edgy sense of humor is really more appealing to teenagers who have yet to develop a sense of humor. If you are an adult and you find this funny, I might judge you a bit more harshly because of that. And it's not like some forms of juvenile and even toilet humor cannot have their raison d'etre, so to speak. They cannot be ever funny. It's all a matter of the setup, the payoff, the timing, the presentation, the context, the scenario, the comedians involved, the writing. Everything I just said is required to make a joke land. And this game does not have it. This game does not have it. The personality, the charisma, the writing chops to pull this off. It's very lazily written from what I can see. It's very predictable in its use of gross-out humor, and there isn't really much else to add that the game itself hasn't already shown to us. Again, it's a product of its times in the worst possible way. Well, I guess it's not drawn together at the very least, but it's not funny. That's the beginning and the end of my thesis about Stupid Invaders. It's not funny, it's bad, and it should feel bad.
Yeah.
But you know what? But you know what? This is only the first act, theoretically. First impressions, as it were. Yeah. There is a bunch more game to go through, apparently, and I'm going to regret this, but let's see what happens next.
Yeah, there are two more parts, one part for each of the game's locations.
Is this revenge for ditching you that one time that we were supposed to record this, but we didn't? Is this retribution? Is this vengeance for Alicia the Punch Cat?
Oh,
did you secretly resent me for that?
Yeah, sometimes people exaggerate their negative experiences, which was kind of a jab on your assumption that this is some kind of revenge. Don't you know me at all? I'm the man of pure virtue and stuff.
I am keeping my eye on you, Buster. Okay, everyone. I guess we'll see you next time for more of Stupid Invaders, which is funny because it's like Space Invaders, but it's stupid instead of space, even though they still come from space. So they are stupid Space Invaders, technically. And the title really says it all.
Join us next week to see what kind of wacky, smelly shenanigans they'll get next time.
Oh, they will smell. I could smell it as we were watching it.
Oh yeah, the next one will really smell. Because there's a lot of dung going to be involved.
Oh, goody. Goody. Also, thanks for the extra homework that you have given me. I have to censor not one, but 2 things at least, if not more. Hallelujah. Okay, and with that said, I've been Madhog, thy master.
And I've been hedonistic actor.
And don't watch Augie and the Cockroaches.
Fart joke.
Right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.